Hello everyone. Um, this is actually my first live on YouTube. As the whole world know that there's been a terrible shooting in New Zealand. At first when I heard that, and I didn't believe it. Just like I didn't believe when I first saw the videos that the World Trade Center were on fire. See, some terror, some horrors are so hard to believe that actually happens. New Zealand shooting in mosque right after the prayer time was one of those horrific experience that we had to experience in our lifetime. Why do people do such things? Someone was asking me this question today, that why is there an interreligious war that's actually not an open war, but it's fought behind the mass of cowards? See, that entire video, the guy that was shooting, he was videotaping, he was recording his shooting. I think that was the first time that we have seen someone was shooting and recording. What kind of person can do that? I mean, what kind of mental stage you have to be to do that? That I'm going to mask myself, or I'm going to put a recording camera here and then I'm gonna go shoot a bunch of people. How even that comes into someone's brain, I have no idea. See, when 9/11 happened, as you all know, or most of you guys know, that I was in the US Army. I was stationed in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, in 82nd Airborne Division. I was injured at the time because I had 3 broken ribs from a jump. But I remember everything that had happened on that day. And there were a lot of things that I cannot talk about because those, I hold an oath of secrecy that I cannot talk about. That would be treason. It doesn't matter which country I live in. I took an oath, so I'm not going to talk about those. But I can tell you this, that there were a lot of questions that wasn't answered. See, right after 9/11, America went to war against Iraq, Afghanistan, and pretty much all the Middle East, except Saudi Arabia. And we all know why not Saudi Arabia, because we all also know that Saudi Arabia financed those attackers, but yet Saudi Arabia was out of question. Now, ever since that, trillions and trillions of dollars and thousands, hundreds of thousands lives have been killed, and money has been wasted on war. See, the people, that top 1% of the population of the world, they call it war business, where we, 99% of the world, we call it war. They call it war business and we call it war. And ever since that, there's been shooting all over the United States. There's been shooting all over Europe. There's war in pretty much all over the Middle East. There's Blood Diamond War and in Africa. But the South, Australia and New Zealand, they were out of it. They had nothing to do with it. And they pretty much kept it to themselves. It's one of the most peaceful places on earth. Why there? Can anybody tell me that? Why there? Well, I have my own thoughts, and I don't know if that goes against anybody. I honestly don't care. See, the thing is, there's been shooting on other religious people. There's been shooting on random people. There's been shooting in the church. There's been shooting in uh, elementary schools. There's been shooting in gay clubs. And pretty much all those shootings were done by Muslim terrorists. Uh, they've all been, or most of them, they've been claimed that they were Muslims, even though their backgrounds revealed that they weren't religious most of the time. Even in a few years back, we had a shooting in Haule Artisan, I think that's the name of the restaurant in Bangladesh, that 5 pretty brilliant students, they just, walked in a bar and shot like 23 people dead, where they were also actually, they were killed in action too. None of them were captured. But as we saw the video of the killer in New Zealand, he wasn't even apprehended. He just drove off. Right before he drove off, he blew a woman's brains off all over the pavement. And then he got into his car, and the video ended there. But I saw some other videos that the video wasn't actually ended after that. He went live on his Facebook and all that. So this is what's gonna happen now. I've been watching. I've been following the news all day today. Pretty much today, I was very quiet the whole day. I kept thinking, like, why does it happen? What could happen next? And what are people thinking? And what are the reactions are going to be? See, there hasn't been an attack directly on Muslims like this one ever before. And now that is going to trigger a lot of the neutral Muslim people to take revenge, and a lot of them are going to sign up for terrorist groups, or they will be starting looking for terrorist groups to sign up for all around the world. And now this war business just took a different turn. This is a trigger that someone had planned for a long time. This guy, he just didn't, lose his mind overnight, and he thought that, holy shit, you know what? I'm just gonna go kill a bunch of Muslims. No, that didn't happen overnight, because as we saw in the video, that his car was loaded. He had quite a few napalms in his car. He had multiple guns, and when he first walked off, he started walking with a shotgun because he was well trained. This was a professional killer, and the farthest shot that he took today or yesterday, it was almost at a 70-yard on a running person. That's not easy to do. As a prior military, I know how much training that takes, especially to shoot somebody that's running for his life on a full pace. That guy wasn't walking slow. He was running for his life, and he just popped him like it was nothing for him. This was a trigger that is going to explode a lot of millions of people all around the world for revenge. And I'm afraid to say that this just might be a turning point for a next level of war on religion, interreligious war, or as Bible or as Quran said, that the crusade. But as a Muslim, I want to send this message to all my other Muslim brothers and sisters all around the world that as Muslims, we are to hold patient. We are to forgive. This is our duty to forgive. And this is who we are. We are kind. Please keep the peace and don't take revenge on other innocent peoples like that guy did. There is no revenge to take. Thank you very much. I don't know if I'm still on live or not. Sorry, I had to walk away for something. But what I was saying is, as Muslims, we are the most patient religion in the world. If we go by the book, you know, not by the fanatic books that they make up to declare war on other religion or unarmed people, you know. This is a message I want to send to everybody out there. In a difficult time like this, it's our responsibility, all of us. It's our responsibility to keep the peace. If any one of you, it's our duty to report someone, even if it's my nearest person that is talking about taking revenge, or that's talking about, oh shit, we need to take some action, or stuff like that. We need to be the eyes and ears of the next civilization, or even the civilization that exists today. We cannot just go out there and say, oh, you son of a bitch, you know, you shot my people, now I'm gonna shoot your people. Where does it end? Can anybody tell me? Where does it end? It ends nowhere but more bloodshed. So this is my urge to people in my country, people other than my country, anywhere, anybody is listening. I don't care if you're Muslim, I don't care if you're Christian, you're Hindu, you're Buddhist, or Shiites, Sunnis, whatever you are. We all believe in peace. We need to keep the peace. So, brothers and sisters of all religion, don't be irrational. Don't think about revenge. Don't go out there, start buying guns. Don't, unless, you want to protect yourself. That's a different case, but not with the intention of killing innocent people. And I humbly ask all of you to do so. It's getting late here in Bangladesh. I think it's, I don't know, maybe it's close to 2 o'clock in the morning. So I gotta get up early. So all of you guys, you take care and keep the peace.